Hey guys, my name is Katlin Lewis, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Habitat for Humanity. So back in 2015, I was a stay-at-home mom. My husband, he was the only provider for our family. He had been in his job for a while, and we only made like $20,000 a year. So we lived in a 2-bedroom home, and our family size was 4. And so I was like, let's apply for Habitat. The worst they can say is no. So, a list of the qualifications was that you're in need of better housing. So, our family size was big for the place that we were in. But other instances would be like if your house is poorly built, if it's damaged, if it has like mold or anything like that, if it's unsafe, that would be a qualification. Also, for Habitat, you have to do sweat equity hours. So sweat equity hours is hours that you put into Habitat, which could be at the restore, which is like a retail store, or sweat equity hours on the job site to help build your home. And so what happens is children older than 16 have to do 100 hours, and then all adults have to do 200 hours, and that is kind of like your down payment, so you don't have to put a down payment. And then with the sweat equity hours, you also have to do like classes which help with like personal finances, home maintenance. They teach you like how to change a toilet flusher, or how to change things like in your home where you don't have to ask for help, to help you not have to pay for more things. Also, for the sweat equity hours, when you're doing those classes, they have like On Track that help with like budgeting, which is a really good perk. And all of these classes are free. You just have to be there. And then you have to be able to pay a mortgage. So you have to make a certain amount of money, depending on your family size, and you or your spouse, depending on how many people are in your family, have to have been at your job for at least 1 year to show that you are consistent and you will be able to pay the mortgage once you qualify for the house and you get it built. Another thing that Habitat does is all the money that we're paying actually goes back into Habitat and helps them build more homes. So that's the best part about Habitat. It's also 0% interest, which is amazing. And your mortgage is also like a lower rate. So for instance, it depends on where it's at, and then where the size of the house. So depending on what it's worth, you pay how much the cost was just to build it. You don't pay what the amount of it is worth. So, which is really good. So all that labor and stuff doesn't count towards your home. And then also with Habitat, you just apply, they let you know, you go in front of a committee, and once you do all these qualifications, and it's a group of volunteers that are like, hey, she or that family, him, whoever, they deserve to be able to get this home. And then from there is when you start your process. Our process took about a year, but it can take anywhere from a year to 2 years, depending on how often you can do your sweat equity. And obviously we're in COVID, so things change depending on what's happening in our community. And then your housing, you also do not get to pick where it's at. So wherever they're building and whenever you get accepted, that's where your home will be. And then you get started from there, and they'll take you step by step, and you will go to a lawyer, you'll sign papers, and then it'll be your home. So super exciting. And my advice to you or anyone that you know is to apply, because you never know if you'll get accepted. The worst they can say is no.